I'm Dave Michaels, and we're at Arlington, Texas, as we get a chance to talk to the head coach of the Abilene Christian Wildcats. They get ready to play in the Lone Star Conference, the Lone Star Festival at Cowboys Stadium on Saturday afternoon. They'll be taking on the University of North Alabama, and we're sitting with Coach Chris Thomsen here. And Coach, we're so glad you're able to take time away from a very busy schedule, very hectic schedule right now, as you're getting ready for football.
Yeah, we're getting ready for a big game, and just came from Cowboys Stadium. Got a chance to look around there. Here at the hotel, just waiting on we'll eat dinner about 6:15 tonight. So appreciate you guys coming out, and looking forward to visiting.
The festival itself, now it's the first time you guys are going to have 6 teams from the conference playing under one roof, and then of course your game will be an afternoon game, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But when you have these many teams coming together playing under one roof, you're going to have a lot of eyes on you, not just your fans, but also some other eyes coming in to watch this. We're talking like some National Football League scouts.
Yeah, we've got a couple of pretty good prospects at ACU this year, and we've had several scouts come through the school in the last 2 or 3 weeks. Once we start two-a-days, that training camp time, we get a lot of scouts come through, and every one of those guys had indicated to me that they'll be at this game. It's an easy deal for them to take in 6 different teams at one time. That's pretty unusual. So they can all be in one spot. See, there's several different prospects on each one of these teams, and I think it's pretty handy for them to be able to do that.
Now, ACU has so far produced a couple of National Football League standouts. Bernard Scott's one of them, who's playing for the Cincinnati Bengals. Last April, you had another one of your young men go off and be drafted by the Miami Dolphins as a wide receiver. You're talking about Edmund Gates. Talk about how now the lineage is starting to come down. ACU is really one of the top schools, if you will, to have draft choices coming out of the NFL.
Yeah, we've got those 2 guys. We've got Johnny Knox with the Bears, who led the Bears in receiving last year, and we've got Danielle Manning, who just went from Chicago in the offseason to the Houston Texans. He's starting at free safety for the Texans. And then we've got an offensive lineman, Travis Turner, on the practice squad of the Steelers. And Raymond Radway was about to make the Cowboys 53-man roster and got hurt on the last play of the last preseason game, so he's on injured reserve. He'll actually be here with us this evening and on the field tomorrow for the game. But those 6 guys have done a great job. And, just guys getting opportunities to show what they can do in the National Football League. And all those guys have taken advantage of those opportunities and done really well. And we've got some guys this year that I think can continue that trend. And it's good to see guys get those chances.
You talk about some of the guys from just the conference itself. We talked about the young man earlier about out of Midwestern State. He's an O-lineman, an offensive lineman. I know I'm going to really mess up his name. Amini Salatalo is a young man that's being looked at. He's as big as a house, we're told, and strong as an ox.
Yeah, Amini's we got to see him last year as a junior, transferred in as a junior college transfer, and man, he's a big, strong kid. He's very mobile, great feet, just has all the traits that the NFL looks for. And I expect him, if he has stays injury-free, has a good senior season, and then does well in the postseason, he could be one of those guys that moves up 2nd, 3rd, 4th round from what I'm hearing. And he's just a very dominant player.
Young man that you're going to be playing up against at the University of Northern Alabama is Jenkins, one of the best cornerbacks. He said he was a transfer out of the University of Florida. Yeah. He's come now into this league and pretty much showing what he's worth.
Yeah, the first 2 games, he really was dominant for North Alabama as a cover corner, and last week added to that resume with an 88-yard punt return. I'm a little bit nervous for tomorrow about having to punt to that guy. I don't know if I want to punt it into the right sideline or the left, but we don't want to punt it to him. But he caught that ball on the 12-yard line. It seemed like it took him about 3 seconds to get to the far goal line. He's explosive, and he's a lot like Danielle Manning that we had here that's playing for the Texans. Very explosive return guy, but also a great cover corner. So, he's one of the top. Todd McShay has him rated as the top corner in the country at all levels. So he'll be a fun guy to watch tomorrow. I hope he doesn't get loose too much against us.
Now, your counterpart across the way on the other sideline, if you will, has got a little bit of heritage, a little bit of lineage, if you will. You're going to be going up against a young man, Terry Bowden.
Yeah. That when you say the name Bowden, that's pretty much royalty in college football. From Bobby Bowden to Terry to all those guys that have coached in the big time college level, and Terry's done a great job at North Alabama. I believe this is his third year, and they had a really strong program before he got there, but he's really built on that and continued to have a tradition of excellence there at North Alabama, and he's doing a great job.
Now, you talked earlier that you went through a walkthrough at Cowboys Stadium. It's your first time to kind of walk through it with your team, and this is your first time that the team itself has played inside this building. What was your first impression when you walked through that tunnel?
Well, I've watched a couple of pro games personally, so it didn't really blow me away like it did the first time I went, but I was more looking at our guys' faces and reaction, and it was pretty cool. A lot of those guys have never been in an NFL stadium, period, so for them to get that opportunity to go see a facility like that and get to play in it tomorrow, they're excited and looking forward to the opportunity to do that.
Now, everybody talks about the huge screen that's in Cowboys Stadium. I'm certain that the young men that walk in, it was kind of the first thing they did is they kind of looked up and they looked at that big screen. Will it be much of a distraction for those young men when they get down the field? Once that whistle blows, can they lock up and go into it?
Yeah, I don't really think it will. I mean, it kind of sits up above. You almost have to really just look straight up and crane your neck back to really see it, and I don't think it's going to be a distraction. My punter's walking up to me, betting me $5 he can, hit a shot off of it, and I'm like, I mean, it's up there pretty good. I know they've had a couple of people hit it, a couple of punters, but I don't think ours can do it. But it's the whole thing, just from the locker room. We got to go in the Cowboys locker room, and they're taking pictures of Romo's locker and Witten and Miles Austin. It's just a pretty cool deal for them. They're excited. And
it seems that the excitement is going to be even more so tomorrow afternoon when you guys lock it up with Northern Alabama. It's going to be a good game.
Yeah, it is. It's we're I believe number 3 in the country right now. They're number 4, so it's a classic early season top 5 matchup, which preseason rankings don't mean a whole lot other than gets fans excited. But it's 2 really quality teams and quality programs going head to head, so we're excited about the challenge.
We wish you the best of luck tomorrow and for the rest of the season.
Right.
Thank you so very much for stopping by, Coach.
Appreciate your time.
Dave Michaels, we thank you for watching.